Hi, Brian MacAboy with Inside Out Trading. I teach traders how to make their profits so predictable they can quit their day job without fear. Now, today we're going to talk about something really fun. This is how to tell if you're on the right path or if you're just really on the kind of on the road for more frustration and not making money. There's three different things that you want to look at, and this will give you a real quick indication of, again, if you're on the right path or if maybe you need to think about doing something a little differently because it just plain isn't working. So the first thing that you want to do really is rate on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being sucks, 10, it's just crushing it. Rate your profitability as far as where you would like to be with your trading right now. Seriously, this is a simple, like the very first thing. It's, are you making the kind of money from your trading that you feel you should be making, that you would like to be making? And if you're not, if you're sitting there at a 10, of course, yeah, you're doing great. It is what you want it to be. And if you're losing money left and right, that's probably got you down around a 1 or 2 or 3. And then, of course, you have in between there. But basically, yeah, how's your profitability? If you're on break even and you're sitting there saying, hey, I'm doing pretty good, and you're giving a break even around a 7 or an 8, you might want to rethink that, because actually, if you're at break even, you're losing money. It's a kind of analogy, analogous to inflation. If you're sitting there saying, oh, my investments are growing at 10% a year, but inflation's 10% a year, no, you're not actually making 10% a year. You're not making anything. And with trading, if you're a break even, granted, you're not losing. That is a good thing. But don't give yourself a 7 or an 8 or a 9, because break even, you're still investing all your time, which could be spent elsewhere actually producing profit. And your money is not really producing. And it could be elsewhere producing profit. So break even still should probably be down around a 4 or 5. It doesn't suck, but it's not really on the good end. Only when you're making money should you really be having it at a 5 or higher. Okay, so that's on your profitability. The second thing that you want to rate, really, and this is again a good indicator if you're on the right path, is your general confidence going to the market every day. If you're going to the market every day and you're feeling like, oh man, yeah, I'm solid, I'm good, I'm having so much fun and it's just working, that's a 10. 1, I'm so nervous, I feel like I'm just, no matter what I do, I'm going to lose money. That's your confidence going to the markets every day. And again, on the scale there, if you're just nervous as heck every day, you're just so tired of losing money, and you're, again, the anxiety level is way that you want to give yourself like a 1 or a 2 or a 3. If your confidence is decent, like I know I can make it. I've been at this for 5 years and I haven't turned a corner yet, but I know that I probably can someday. I still believe in myself and the possibility of this. Okay, then you should be like between a 5 and a 7, or excuse me, like a 4 and a 6. But your confidence going to the markets, again, this is a really good indicator if you're on the right path. And and we're going to speak to what to do here in just a minute. The third thing, and that you want to rate right now, again, to tell you if you're on the right path or not, is your general optimism with your future as a trader. Do you feel that your future is bright, and it is going to really be giving you the lifestyle that you want, where you can walk away from your day job and have that security, knowing that you're okay, and have the lifestyle that you want to provide for your family the way you want. So on a scale of 1 to 10, again, 1, man, you're thinking there's no way this is ever going to work. You might have just feeling futile as heck. Or 10, you're going to make it. Your future is really bright. So rate yourself on a 1 to 10 as far as your optimism about your future as a trader. What you want to do is you want to take all three of these, and if with all three of them you're not on the higher end, then you might want to consider approaching what you're doing a little differently. And here's what I'm talking about. If let's say you've been at this for 3 or 4 years, and you're still not making money. You still make some, give it back, make some, give it back, lose some, refund your account, make some, give it back. It's not working. It's not crushing you. You haven't blown up your account, but it's just not working. If you're in that middle to lower third range, you really want to reconsider what you're doing. And here's the path that most traders are on. First of all, they're on the quest. They're looking for a system or strategy they just really know they can count on, and it just works. It's a good fit for them. They're on the quest for that, something that will work. And so if you're on the quest, you might, okay, that's not the path to be on. If you're looking for a strategy to save you, that's not the right path. A strategy is not going to save the day. There are tons of strategies that work. There are dozens of them that have been around for decades that tons of people have made money with. I've got like about 15 of them that I've used myself profitably, and I know that I can rely on them. I got a great little playbook. I love it. The thing is, if you're looking for a strategy and you've been at it for more than, like I said, months or years, that's not the path. You need to think about a different path. Now, if you've also been going down the psychology route, so yeah, I've got a strategy I like, and man, if I could just be more disciplined, if I could just stop making all the stupid mistakes, if I could just stop sabotaging myself. Again, if you've been on that path for a while and it's not getting you there, you might want to consider a different path. Now, here's what I'm talking about. This is the what to do. If you're not in the top three, the top part of the range of all three of those factors, profitability, your confidence going to the markets, and your optimism about your future as a trader, if you're not solid on all three of those, what you really want to do is look for a different path. Because first of all, understand the problem is not so simple that a strategy is going to solve everything. It's not. And you've probably encountered this. I almost guarantee if you've been at this for more than 3 years, you've probably run across a strategy that will work, but you haven't been able to make it work. Again, with the psychology route, you can't psych yourself into being a good trader. Now, how can I say all this? With my trading, I was able to get my trading working well enough that I was able to walk away from my corporate job 20 years ago, and I've been living life on my terms ever since. Now, how did I do that? First of all, I stopped chasing strategies. I stopped thinking there's something wrong with me, something my mommy said to me when I was 5 years old that screwed me up for trading. And I got to dig that up and spend a year on a therapist couch. So I'm like, no, I stopped chasing strategies and I stopped chasing discipline hacks. And I focused on me and getting the training I needed to get good at this. That's what changed. And the way I was able to do that was in my corporate job before I quit and left the corporate world to live life on my own terms. I was a quality assurance manager on a manufacturing firm. And quality assurance is all about consistent, predictable output. That's the basis of quality assurance. And it's an entire industry that's been around for over 50 years and proven to work all around the world in pretty much every business there is. It just plain works. If consistent, reliable profits is your goal, quality assurance is a great way to do it. Now, quality assurance has its own body of knowledge and everything. And I actually am a certified quality engineer. But in the manufacturing world, I was very good at it. And my job was to getting consistent performance and good execution out of over 180 people just in my plant, plus other plants, and being able to define the processes, prove them out, train everybody so that they would execute consistently and do things the right way, comfortably, naturally, every day. That was my job. And when I was able to bring that to my trading, that's what turned everything around. That's how I was able to skill up and really start getting good at this, to really get a good solid handle on this, really get control of my trading. That's what was the turnaround. And I would love to teach you the same thing. So again, if you're not in the top part of the range with all three of those, profitability, confidence going in the markets, and your optimism about your future, you might want to swing by insideouttrading.com right up here. Book a call with me. Let's talk about what you've been running into. I consider it highly likely that you're quite capable of making it as a trader. You probably are. Most traders are above average. You've probably been very successful in most things in your life. And so the odds are good if you get the right help. If you keep following the masses that are just chasing strategies and chasing discipline hacks, you're going to get the same thing the herd gets. And average traders are the ones that are providing profits to the good traders. Trust me, I know. I had to make the conscious decision to stop being an amateur trader and turn myself into a professional trader. This is how you do that. I'd love to teach you the same thing. So if you found this video helpful, if you'd like to learn about engineered profits and making your profits so predictable you can quit your day job without fear, swing by insideouttrading.com. Let's have the conversation. In the meantime, subscribe to the channel. Give me a comment down below if you like this video or not, if you've got a question that I can answer for you. Again, it's Brian MacAboy with Inside Out Trading. Talk to you soon. Cheers.